Right, so here's a truth. People will have these stories for no reason. Last year there was a lot of rain.
Yes.
Last year it also snowed in certain
Hey,
parts.
Baba,
It
this
had
is a
nothing to do with-
scientific theory.
It had
The
nothing-
solar eclipse of Baba, don't get on my case.
So,
This is not a theory.
so it's
This is not
amazing
about
how.
people.
So you would think it's a good time to sell a home. However, if we told somebody last year it's good time to sell a home, they would kill us this year because it's better time to sell this year.
That's a lot of peace of mind for you as a seller because you're not stuck in a contract. And that's one of the things that we say, that we are here because of you. And we don't want to trap you in anything, in a contract, we are here as a service to you. So we want to be happy, and we're blessed that no one's ever taken advantage of that with us. But that's a service that we offer to you and a guarantee that we offer for you. So I think you should work. And then I heard this saying a long time ago, and I love it. And it is work like it depends on you and pray like it depends on God. Because you have to work, and at the end, whatever God wants, and hopefully it's the right thing. And I've seen in life that if you ask too much from God, God will give you what you ask for, but it may not be the best for you.
Namaskar and welcome to Real Estate on Track on ITV Gold with the brother-sister duo team from On Track Realty, and you can always call them at 732-494-2211, and this show is, of course, you watch it on Fridays at 8 p.m. and then the repeat telecast is on Sunday the same time.
That's right.
So welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
आपने थैंक यू क्यों कहा मुझे?
Congratulations आपने किया तो आप बता ही दो ना किस लिए congratulate कर रही हो?
चलो जी।
मुझे तो मालूम है किस लिए कर रही हो. तुम बता दो सबको किस लिए कर रही हो?
Well, today is Sanjeev ji and Madhu ji's wedding anniversary, and wishing you a happy life together.
Yes.
Thank you very
many,
much.
Many,
Appreciate
much
it.
more years of happiness.
Yes.
Thank you.
So tell me, Alka, I mean, I see you, you are always smiling, and jaise bhi you see the weather has been like a little bit, raining and all that, everything is going on. So I want to talk to you first.
Sure.
About how do we, as homeowners, what should we do to, keep our home safe from rain, especially when the, rain is so heavy and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they're saying, and that's what I was reading actually, that the solar eclipse that's coming, which is once in 100 years, is affecting a lot of the weather patterns, and that's why
Solar eclipse is once in 100 years?
this is a total solar eclipse, so it's
okay.
once in 100 years.
Okay.
The other ones are partial solar eclipses.
Okay.
So they're saying, and this is why the weather is being so quirky that we've had so much, where there's snow in April in some places, and we're having so much rain, even though it says April showers bring May flowers. But this year we've seen a whole lot of rain.
Right. So here's a truth. People will have these stories for no reason. Last year there was a lot of rain.
Yes.
Last year it also snowed in certain
Hey,
parts.
Baba,
It
this
had
is a
nothing to do with-
scientific theory.
It
The
had nothing-
solar eclipse of Baba, don't get on my case.
So,
This is not a theory.
So it's
This is not
amazing
about
how.
people.
So it's amazing what people will say.
It's not what people said, yaar.
Okay. So what do we do about the rain?
So whenever it rains, what you should do is take an umbrella and walk around the house, and make sure that what you see is, if your gutters are extended, is the water pooling right in front of your foundation? Because if the water is pooling in front of your foundation, it's going back into your sump pump. Sump pump is pumping out water, and that's also probably pouring near your foundation, and it's going back. And what's going to happen is that cycle is going to burn your sump pump out, and when you actually need it, your sump pump is not going to work. So it is your due diligence. You bought a house, you bought a big piece of property, now you need to sit and maintain it. So go around, walk around your yard, see that it's okay. The best, if you are in a water-prone area, is buy a water-based backup sump pump.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Is that what you need? Maybe you need 2 sump pumps.
You need, but that's two sump pumps is different than a water-based. Because if your lights go out, let's say your lights happen to go out, both sump pumps will conk out, right? Because they're electric. A water-based sump pump works with the water that's coming. It is actually powered with the water that comes in. So it is an expensive venture. I think it's about $2,500. 3,000, it's an expensive, but it's worth it for people who are prone to getting water. It's important because water is your enemy. The minute you get water in your home, now there's mold. Chances of termites are higher. The houses here are not made of concrete. Even if it's a brick front home, it's not a brick home. It's just a brick front home. There's wood behind there. So termite activity can be a lot. You want to protect yourself from water. Water is your enemy. Don't let a little water stain be ignored. It is not something to be ignored. Figure out the reason why. Because when it's raining, it'll leak, and that's not the time you're going to be able to fix
But
it.
do you think like some people can even, fix their landscape? Especially-
100%. Yeah. If you have negative grading, right, which is the way your house, if you're looking at your foundation, if this is your foundation, your grading should be like this, which is the highest soil should be within your grading, within your foundation, and then it should go away from it so that the water flows away from your home. If the grading is pitching towards your house, that's called a negative slope. And again, you can Google that word and see how you can fix it. A lot of people put mulch to fix the negative grading. That does not fix your negative grading. You need to put soil. Mulch is not porous.
Also, mulch has a different problem too. Mulch attracts termites. So
Unless it's pressure treated mulch.
right, then it's different. So
Yes.
you have to be careful that this mulch does not become a termite home for
Yes.
you, because then you have
And
a
I
different
think there are
problem.
even some like drainage solutions too, because I know in our house it's
Yes,
more
yes.
prone to getting water in the basement, and
Yeah, so
because
you
it's
do
on a hill.
waterproofing.
So there is like we have
The
like
pit.
drainage and
Yes,
all
yes,
that, and we
yes.
have that retention basin
Yes.
and all that.
You,
Yes.
it depends on where you are and what you're. Don't go out there and get like a first basement, a quality basement, somebody to come in and fix your basement about the waterproofing. If your gutters are not discharged properly, if your negative sloping is still happening, you're not fixing the problem. So first figure out your problems, and it may take a little while as to why. And I'll tell you a personal story. My dishwasher pipe was leaking for years, and I kept thinking it's a drainage issue outside. I fixed everything around the sun. When my kitchen got fixed, I realized that the dishwasher pipe was leaking.
Wow.
And that's where the basement water was coming from. So look at your things. Don't just ignore stuff and say, you have to pay attention to your home. Please don't ignore it. It's not, if you do not have a warranty, a home serve warranty.
Right. So
I said that all in one breath.
Talking
But-
about the gutters.
Yes.
I mean, when should we? Is it after every year you should clean the gutters, or?
Oh, that's Alka's favorite topic, so let's go.
So I think you should clean the gutters once in spring and once in fall, because I live in an area where I have a lot of trees. If you do not have any trees around you, you don't need to be so crazy about it, right? But if you do have trees, when it's right before it's about to rain, like in the rainy season, so get it clean then. And then once it's where it's about to be so, like after fall, so that before snow time, otherwise it's going to get clogged, right? But we are going back to the home serve. That's a sewer insurance that you can get with home serve, with your water line, to make sure that if there is an emergency, if there's sewer backup, you have a company to call. It's
And that's
important.
that's the water company normally
Yes.
who hires this company or recommends
Is
this
working with
company
them.
or working
Yeah.
with them together.
Yes.
And it's a good insurance policy for $25 a month. It covers you for major expenses if and when they happen.
That's right. Because when they happen,
So
the companies
insurance
that
is-
you call
yeah,
are
and-
gonna lutify you, right?
Right.
That they know.
And insurance is just that. You never want it to happen, but when
Yes.
it happens, you have it covered. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, since we are talking about homes only,
Yes.
I want to ask you, especially Sanjeev ji, like, is it a good time to buy a home, or is it a good time to sell a home?
So everybody knows it's a seller's market, right? So you would think it's a good time to sell a home. However, if we told somebody last year it's good time to sell a home, they would kill us this year because it's better time to sell this year because the price has gone up. So when is good time and when is bad time? Now, there are a lot of people, a lot of agents out there who in the same breath will say, buyers buy the home now. Today it's a great market will go up next year. And then they're telling sellers sell the home today, the market is great. If you are telling the buyer that the market will go up next year, how can you in the same breath tell the seller,
Right.
sell this year? Because they should wait till next year because it's going to go up. So sometimes we mess up our own industry by not being as honest as we should be. If it's going to go, bottom line is we don't know.
We don't know.
if the market will go up or down next year. So when is it good time to sell? Is it good time to buy? 100% based on your needs. Is it good time to buy today? 100% yes, if you're going to live in it long term. Is it good time to buy in any market if you're going to sell in 2 years? And the answer is no. You'll never recover your closing cost. Is it good time to sell this year? Absolutely, especially if you're about to downgrade, which means you're going to a smaller home. Although that price is up to, your price is higher today. So you're okay. If the market is going to go up next year, you know that already. Even then it is good time to sell because you're buying the higher home at a lower price.
Yes.
So it depends upon your needs. Let's say you're just going to sell, you have an investment property, and you think the home will be higher next year, then wait till the next year. So when is the good time to sell? When it is right for you. When is the good time to buy? When it's right for you. But if you're buying a personal home and you're going to live in it for years, it doesn't even matter.
That's right.
Buy today, whatever the price is, you're going to live in it. Let's say it goes down 3 years from now. So what? You're not selling. It's a paper loss. You bought IBM stock, right? IBM stock, you bought it $100 and it goes down 2 years from now to $80. Does it matter? Because you're not selling it.
Yeah.
So who cares? When you're ready to sell, is it 100 on that day, 80 on that day, or 200 on that day? That's what matters. So if you're going to keep it forever, then you shouldn't be looking at the market every day. It's okay. It's going up and it's going to go down. That's life. Things will go up and things will go down.
So my question is, especially there are so many people who move from India to this country and then they want to buy a home. So how can they determine that if it's the right market? Because they're new to this country.
Yeah.
So what should they do?
It's exactly what any buyer should do.
Okay.
Firstly, they have to wait 2 years to get a job history established here to buy to buy a home in the market.
Okay.
Right? That's number one. That's for their
They may have
mortgage.
all the cash.
If they have cash. Look at that. Yes. If you have all the cash, make sure you call us at 732-494-2211.
No, call us regardless. But sometimes there are many ways to finance a home. So, but should they? I guess your question was not if they're qualified or not, but assuming they're qualified.
They are qualified, yes.
And they can get a mortgage. When should they buy? Same principle.
Yeah.
Today, why rent if you're here forever permanently? But you're here on an H1 visa, you think you'll be out in back home in a year and a half, 2 years, you're not liking it here, you don't want to stay in America. Now you're about to make a mistake of buying a home.
Yeah.
Because even if the price jumps next year, you may not even recover your closing costs. So, but what if it goes down? Then you're not only losing the price on the home, but now you're not recovering you're losing closing costs either also.
Right. Any buyer who's buying today is buying at historically peak prices. So that has to be kept in mind for your longevity of how long you're going to stay in this country, right? If you don't think you're going to stay, you are actually buying at higher prices. So when people come to us and say, will the market go down? The market is going against everything that it should be doing. It's just not making any sense. But if it does continue to rise, you are buying at peak. We don't know what your appreciation is going to be. Last year, we told everybody last year was peak, and this year it's higher, right? We don't know what will happen. So there's nobody that has a crystal ball. But no, don't buy something if you're only going to be here, like Bhaiya said, for 2 years. It just doesn't make any sense for you. So basic answer to that question is that it depends on so many things that sitting here and giving you one answer is the wrong answer.
And mostly it depends upon your needs. At the end, it's your needs and your comfort level. Are you okay to take a loss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you buying a home? Is it to convince somebody or convince yourself?
Okay. So I'm just thinking, does weather also play a part in, the real estate going up or down?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Market may slow down because it's snow outside. People couldn't go and see the home, but weather doesn't. Somebody
Spring
doesn't say,
does,
"I'm not
though.
going to buy a home because." Spring is because the schools
School
are coming
districts,
closer.
yes.
But in last 4 years, last few years, more than 4 probably, other than pandemic, we have seen even colder weather doing the same thing. What happens in the spring, supply goes up, but the buyers go up. In the cold weather, because of snow and all, a lot of sellers don't want to sell. There are not a lot of buyers. Supply and demand is what decides everything.
Okay.
Unfortunately, supply has been lower than the demand.
That's right.
And that's why the market doesn't care whether it's cold or whether it's hot or whether it's spring or whether it's not.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
That's right. That's so absolutely true. It's when you are entering the market. The market is not when is the right time to buy, it's when is your need to buy. Everything is so personal in real estate that there's no just a flat answer. So if you have a question that's related to what you want to do, give us a call at 732-494-2211. Our email addresses, of course, are scrolling on the bottom, and it's Alka at On Track Realty, Sanjeev at On Track Realty, or through Pia at ITV Gold.
Yes, and I think, today my fundas are all clear.
Yes.
Oh wow, very
About
nice.
buying and selling.
we are so happy the fundas are clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Alka, let's talk about the featured home listings for this week.
Sure. So we have two this week. One is 66 Chatsworth in Edison. It's a 2,700 square foot townhome, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, 2-car garage. It's in a beautiful gated community with a clubhouse, a tennis court, and a swimming pool. And it's listed at $850. It's in a great school district, so give us a call if you want to see something like that. And a lot of people like townhomes more than single families because you don't have to do any maintenance.
And it's a pretty big townhouse.
It's a big 2,700 is huge.
It's almost like a home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like a big home. And then we have 28 Baltic, which is a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath bi-level with a 2-car garage. That is also a great home. If bi-levels are perfect if you have a teenager, if you have parents that want to live with you because everybody gets their privacy. And that's listed at $750. So these two homes are wonderful for this week. If you have any people who want to see, give us a call, 732-494-2211.
And again, if you're thinking of selling your home, I think we normally don't talk a lot about it.
Yes, we do not.
So if you're thinking about selling your home, if you're thinking of selling your commercial property, give us a call. It's a free market evaluation. Let us give you what the price should be. But more than price, see, any agent can come and give a price. I can go in and say that your home is worth $1 million when it is not. So don't hire somebody based on the wrong price that they're giving you.
The
Hire
price that you want to hear.
Right. Hire somebody based on how much are they on your side, guiding you properly to get you the highest possible price on your home.
Right.
There's a huge difference. See, a salesperson can come as a talking, they are very good at talking, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody who's talking well about you behind you and serving you well all the time, making sure
Absolutely.
you are taking care of with honesty and integrity. Now, it's very hard to judge a person in the beginning. So for that reason, we always say, if you do sign, always have a written clause in the listing agreement saying, if I'm not happy with your services, I can fire you unconditionally, which means you cannot tie me after that day at all. Fire me unconditionally, or I can fire you unconditionally at that point if I'm not happy. So you make a mistake. 2 weeks later, you realize you made a mistake. You want to get rid of the agent, including us. You have that clause. And from us,
It's
there is
always
no
there.
question,
Yes.
always there. Fire us if we are not performing as we said, period. No ifs, no ands, no buts.
That's a lot of peace of mind for you as a seller because you're not stuck in a contract. And that's one of the things that we say, that we are here because of you. And we don't want to trap you in anything, in a contract, we are here as a service to you. So we want to be happy, and we're blessed that no one's ever taken advantage of that with us. But that's a service that we offer to you and a guarantee that we offer for you.
Yeah.
So again, if you need anything, give us a call, whether you're looking to buy or sell a home.
Okay, one more we can do about a little bit about faith. Do we need to have faith on ourselves?
Yeah.
Okay, so कितने और मिनट रह गए
कितने
सचिन?
minute?
20 हुए हैं? तो we have time.
Right, yeah, 4
We
minutes.
have
fine.
4
Wow.
minutes. So we'll talk about faith. वो आज हमने Ready? So, I have been thinking about it a lot, and I have, I see a lot of people. And sometimes they just talk about, अरे कोई नहीं, ऐसा होएगा, भगवान ऐसा करेंगे. Rather than saying, we will work hard and we will try to make it happen, they go like the other way, कि, we have faith. Definitely, having faith in God, I'm not saying don't have it. Yes, it's a good thing to have it. But do you think a human being needs to work hard on its own and believe in themselves rather than believing in something else?
Can I answer first? Yes.
Go please.
Because Bhaiya is good. I know what Bhaiya is good. So I think you should work. And then I heard this saying a long time ago, and I love it. And it is work like it depends on you and pray like it depends on God. Because you have to work, and at the end, whatever God wants, and hopefully it's the right thing. And I've seen in life that if you ask too much from God, God will give you what you ask for, but it may not be the best for you. He'll say, you're my child, I'll give you what you want, but it's not the right thing for you. You're asking for it, so I'm giving it to you. So work hard, and if it's good for you, God will give it to you. That's what I think.
And I agree with Alka.
What?
Yeah. So.
But I don't even think the viewers are used to that.
Right. So, but I'll come with what is the difference.
Okay, there you go.
So 100% work hard. You work hard for your own satisfaction of ego. You work hard for your own satisfaction of saying, I did my best. But rest assured, only what is meant for you will come to you. So faith is where you say, I'm not going to do anything, whatever. But I'll tell you a story of faith. Now, all these are stories, but they're because if you have that kind of faith, see, the thing is, we say faith works or not. Faith works, but do we have that kind of faith where it's unbendable, where you don't question anything? उसमें आप ये भी कहते हो ना, भगवान मैं जब तक चांटा मार के नहीं खिलाओगे तब तक नहीं खाऊंगा. He will come and feed you. But that's very few people have faith. You'll say, oh, if I don't make roti, how will I get roti? Bottom line is, He will take care of it. So the story, beautiful story. Now you said, well, it's a story. It's not. It's a story till it's a story. But once you make it your own fact, it's not a story anymore. So this cook of a king, he was a very wonderful, trusted cook, cooked forever for the king. एक दिन उसने किसी ने कह दिया कि faith has everything. So he says, okay, अगर मुझे भगवान पे faith है, if God is real, अब मैं खाना नहीं खाऊंगा जब तक मुझे चांटा मार के भगवान नहीं खिलाएंगे. Now think of that. How much faith you have to have in that.
Right.
Means God has to come and hit you to give you food. So what happened was somebody went to the king and said, "Aapka ye na chef has stopped eating. We think he's going to put poison in your food. शायद आज ही डाल दिया है." King said, "No way. He's my own cook. Cannot do it. But cook को बुलाओ. Cook को बुलाया. This is what people are saying. तू खाना पहले खा ले, and then I will eat." The chef said, "No, I'm sorry, I cannot eat it. Until God comes and hits me and says eat, I'm not going to eat it."
Right.
He says to King. King says, "No, eat." Now he was getting suspicious. He says, "Eat." He says, "I'm not going to eat." उसने एक चांटा मारा, बोले खा. So he had to eat the food.
Right.
So the bottom line is, his faith, God doesn't come in his own form. God came in this king's form on that minute, in that minute, hit him, made him eat the food. So the bottom line is, that's faith.
Right.
But this guy's faith must have been really strong that day to make that happen. We all say, "Oh, I believe in God," and then we do everything else.
I don't think it's just about God. I feel like there are a lot of people out there, they're like, they believe in somebody else, some other human being or something, while as like dumping everything, okay, the other person will do it.
Yeah.
Without realizing that they need to also work towards that.
Yeah, I think you may be going a little different place. Maybe we can talk about that next time.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of gurus out there today who are giving you mundris and who are giving you this, and then people are taking other people to those gurus and saying your work will get done. That's a different problem. So totally different problem. We'll talk about that later. God and gurus.
Oh boy.
So there is a major difference, and unfortunately, Kal Yuga hai. Lot of people have become gods, and then a lot of people are making a guru a god for no reason at all. So let's talk about that. If you can remember the topic, we'll talk more about it next time.
Perfect. We'll do it next
Okay.
time. But I think it was a wonderful, like, I would say, session I had with you guys today.
Always.
Same here.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Pia.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, Pia.
much.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week. Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you.